overdue video for you guys. You guys have been asking for a tutorial on how I bleach the knots on my hair and also how I style the front of my wigs. This wig, I didn't go all out with the baby hairs because I feel like this unit did not need, you know, a lot of things added to it. I thought it was great the way it was. But when I do film another video and I decide to style it with baby hairs, I will make sure to film it for you guys. Now this unit is from the company L Wigs and I am loving the way that this hair feels. It was super easy to work with. I have this on my head and I don't have any glue, any tape, none of that stuff on my head. I have an elastic band on and a bobby pin on this side and a bobby pin on that side. As you can see, my knots look really good and it's all done up real nice. And I decided to do this in a little cute top bun. But if you are interested on how I styled this unit and also how I bleached the knots to make them look really realistic, for those who don't believe me, I do not have this pinned down.
Alright guys, so we're going to go ahead and jump into this, and this is brought to you by the company L Wigs, and this is the box that you will receive from the company, and this is just showing you all of their social media and where you can follow them, and they also insert a discount coupon code on the inside. So this is the bag that comes in the box, and this is their loose wave 180% density, and this is 20 inches, and I have the color natural and a medium cap size. So this unit is really nice, and of course you guys know once I wash it the wave pattern will be different, but you do get a pre-plucked hairline, 2 combs in the front, a comb at the top, a comb in the back, and your adjustable straps. So if you notice the camera moving a little bit, it is my daughter helping me film. I just want to let you guys know. But these are the products that I like to use, and I will make sure to list everything down below. I'm going to go in with my Prism lights, and I'm just going to put it into the mixing bowl. Now, I don't measure anything out. I eyeball it. I just want to make sure that it is a thick enough consistency because I do not want it to be runny. If it's runny, then you risk the bleach running through the knots, and you will turn your hair another color, and then that is another issue you will have to deal with. So you just want to make sure that it is nice and thick before you put it on your lace. So now I'm just going to spread this all over the lace. I like to start at the back first. I never start at the front just because sometimes with different units the knots will bleach really fast, and the last thing I want to do is worry about my knots turning fast in the very front. So I just go from the back and then I work my way up front. As far as the combs, if it was a comb in the middle of the unit, in the middle of the lace, I would cut those combs out. I keep the combs on the side and I just make sure to move it back, and then I just bleach over that area. And then once I get to the front, because this is on my mannequin head, I like to pull at the lace just a little bit to not get it all over the mannequin, even though that's not a big deal because my mannequin has been through some things. But I will also list where you can get this canvas head from. You also want to be careful when putting this on. You do not want to pat it in. You want to just smooth it onto the lace because you don't want to risk bleaching your hair. We are focusing on the knots. Now, I will say that sometimes my baby hairs do turn slightly blonde, just a little bit, but it's never enough to be too noticeable. So you really just want to focus on getting those knots done. When checking on my unit, I like to put it in the sink, and as you guys can see, it's starting to turn brassy and a little bit yellow. I no longer see black knots, and that is what you don't want to see. Now, sometimes some knots may not turn, and that is okay. You can always go back and redo it. Just don't try to over bleach everything else. So I'm just going to wash this out, and you want to be careful and not leave the mixture on the hair too long because sometimes it does get on the hair. I'm messy with mine, so I try to make sure I wash it out really good. Now, everyone may do their steps differently when it comes to bleaching their knots, but I like to go in with my Aussie Moist shampoo first, and I like to wash the hair, and I'll also wash the lace before I go in with my purple shampoo to tone the knots down so that they won't look yellow and brassy. After I'm done shampooing, I'm going to go in with my purple shampoo. Now, this is the off-brand of Shimmer Lights, but I have tested both of them, and to me, it works the same. I don't really see a big difference in it. So I'm going to make sure to spread that all over the lace, and I like to spread it at the very front of the hairline, and I let it sit for 3 to 5 minutes. After I am done with that, I will repeat that step again with the conditioning shampoo that is purple also, and then I follow up with my Aussie Moist conditioner, and then I will start to style my unit. So now on to the fun part, which is styling for me. I put the unit back on the mannequin head, and I make sure to pin it down so that it doesn't move when I need to style. And as you guys can see, this is what the lace looks like after I have bleached, washed, conditioned, and toned it down. And the hairline looks really good, as you guys can see. So I was undecisive on how I wanted to style this unit, but I decided to do a fun style. So I'm just going to do kind of a half up, half down look. And I am just parting it right now and setting it where I want it to be. So when styling your units, you want to be very patient. You do not want to be in a rush, and a lot of the times I like to do all of my styling while the unit is wet, so that way I can let it air dry overnight, and then all I have to do is cut the lace off and do very minimal styling. I do not use a lot of products, as you guys can see. So I like to use wrap foam, and that is what I use to style my units, and that's also what I use to create baby hairs when I do baby hairs, because it leaves everything soft and I can always kind of comb over it the next day, and it's not going to be hard or flaky at all. So now I'm just going to go through the back and make sure to lay down any short hairs that I may see, and then I will start working on the very front of the unit. Now I decided to not go overboard with baby hairs. I feel like this hairline looked so good that it didn't need to be overdone with a whole bunch of designs in the front. So I just wanted to keep it very minimal and very clean looking. So what I'm going to do is just take out a couple of short hairs in the very front. I didn't cut these down at all, and I'm just going to swoop them over into place. As you guys can see, I'm taking more of the foam wrap. Like I said, it doesn't come off heavy at all, and I don't get any buildup with this stuff. So you don't need a lot. A little bit goes a long way. I'm just going to swoop that around in place. And I'm just going to make sure to clean up the sides also, because I want them to look realistic as possible, and I also want them to show. I didn't put any other product in this hair besides water and foam wrap. I didn't even do leave-in conditioner. So this is how it looks, guys, and I'm going to let this air dry overnight and then throw some curls in it.
Now I did take my wand curl right here, and I took the biggest barrel that was in the box, and I just added some very loose curls to this, and it curled really easily because I didn't want anything tight. Also put a little bit of serum in this hair. Ends do start to snag just a very little bit, but it's not too much. It does say that this is 180% density. To me, it feels like 150% density. It's still a very good density on my head. They really did their job with the pre-plucked hairline. And of course, you can put this up into a high bun if you want to style it that way, just because it is a 360. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. If you want to see more videos of me styling, make sure to hit the thumbs up button. If I missed something or you didn't understand something, feel free to leave all of your questions down below and let me know how you think I did and how you like this particular style. If you guys are interested in this unit, I'll leave all of the links down below, and make sure to subscribe to my channel and make sure you hit the notifications button so you do not miss any of my videos, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.